Hey there, my most amazing artist, Miss Palavan here to tell you how to finish your heart painting in the style of Peter Max. You can see over here that I've divided up my oil pastels into three different sections, or three different groups. I have my warm colors here with red, orange, and yellow, and pink would probably fall in that category as well, so I put that one over there. And then I have my cool colors over here. I have my violet, my blue, and my green. So I've grouped them so that I know which ones I would like to use in each section. I also have a third section here of neutral colors. These are colors that aren't on the color wheel, and they probably look kind of earthy, kind of like dirt or sky or those kind of colors. So those would be in the third group. So now I'm going to use these oil pastels to add some details to my heart, because while my heart looks beautiful, I think I could add a little bit more, make it kind of more beautiful and more interesting. So I'm going to use the elements of art of line and color to add some interest and make my artwork look better. So I'm going to use some lines, and I'm going to use the warm colors in the cool color spaces and then the cool colors in the warm color spaces. Now you're probably like, but Miss Palavan, I want to use the pink in the red part. Can I do that? Sure, it's okay. It's not a big deal, but I would like you to try and kind of segregate the colors a little bit so that they're in different groups. But you decide where to use your colors. It's fine with me. We're also going to use some principles of art. Those are the things that make your artwork look a little bit more jazzy and snazzy. And we're going to use some balance and pattern. So we're going to use lines to create patterns, and we can also use shapes to create patterns. So shape's another element of art. So here we go. So I'm going to take some of my oil pastels, and if I do one line in one corner, I'm going to do it in every single corner to try and create balance. Balance just means that whatever I do on one side, I also do on the other side. So I want to try to make my artwork look balanced. So if I do it in one corner, I have to do it in all the corners. If I do it on one side, I have to do it on the other sides as well. So I can make different kinds of lines. The first line was kind of a swirly line, and then this line is a zigzag line. So I'm creating balance by doing it on either side of my artwork to make it the same. And then if I want to do two different lines at the top and the bottom, I can do something different there. And I want to make my colors show up, so I'm making sure that I push down hard to make my colors nice and bright without making it very messy, because I want it to look nice and neat, like it would be in an art museum. So I think that looks good. Now I'm going to add some of the cool colors in the warm section, so I'm going to start adding some of those. So like Peter Max said, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You're just kind of adding things and seeing where it takes you. He wasn't really looking to create anything particular. He was just trying to fill in the space, make it interesting, do whatever he thinks was right at the time. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table a little bit, which is shaking my camera. So he just did whatever he felt looked right to him. He didn't make it look like anybody else's work. He wasn't trying to make it look exactly like the art that he saw in the museum. He was just trying to experiment with color and making some lines and shapes and patterns too. So you can do whatever you want as well. You are the artist. You get to create whatever you want. So I'm using my oil pastels, trying to use a variety of colors to try and make my artwork more interesting. Using different lines and shapes, repeating things a lot, which a repeated line or shape is called a pattern. Oops, I almost forgot this one. And then I'm also creating symmetry or balance. So when you're working today, you want to try and create symmetry or balance in your artwork using lines and patterns and finishing it off however you like.